welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will be talking about how to handle anger. We can handle anger biblically by recognizing and admitting our prideful anger and or our wrong handling of anger as sin. This confession should be both to God and to those who have been hurt by our anger. We should not minimize the sin by excusing it or blame shifting. We can handle anger biblically by seeing God in the trial. This is especially important when people have done something to offend us. James 1 is 2-4, Romans 8 is 28-29, and Genesis 50 is 20 all point to the fact that God is sovereign over every circumstance and person that crosses our path. Nothing happens to us that He does not allow or cause. Though God does not allow bad things to happen, He is always faithful to redeem them for the good of His people. God is a good God. Reflecting on this truth until it moves from our heads to our hearts will alter how we react to those who hurt us. We can handle anger biblically by making room for God's wrath. This is especially important in the case of injustice, when evil men abuse innocent people. Genesis 50 is 19 and Romans 12 is 19 both tell us to not play God. God is righteous and just, and we can trust Him who knows all and sees all to act justly. We can handle anger biblically by returning good for evil. This is the key to converting our anger into love. As our actions flow from our hearts, so also our hearts can be altered by our actions. That is, we can change our feelings toward another by changing how we choose to act towards that person. We can also handle anger biblically by communicating to solve the problem. There are 4 basic rules of communication shared in Ephesians 4:15 and 25-32. Number 1, be honest and speak. Ephesians 4:15-25. People cannot read our minds. We must speak the truth in love. Number 2, stay current. Ephesians 4:26-27. We must not allow what is bothering us to build up until we lose control. It is important to deal with what is bothering us before it reaches critical mass. Number 3, attack the problem, not the person. Ephesians 4:29 and 31. Along this line, we must remember the importance of keeping the volume of our voices low. Proverbs 15:1. Number 4, act, don't react. Ephesians 4:31-32. Because of our fallen nature, our first impulse is often a sinful one. The time spent in counting to 10 should be used to reflect upon the godly way to respond and to remind ourselves how the energy anger provides should be used to solve problems and not create bigger ones. At times, we can handle anger preemptively by putting up stricter boundaries. We are told to be discerning. 1 Corinthians 2 is 15-16 and Matthew 10 is 16. We need not cast our pearls before swine. Matthew 7 is 6. Sometimes our anger leads us to recognize that certain people are not safe for us. We can still forgive them, but we may choose not to re-enter the relationship. Finally, we must act to solve our part of the problem. Romans 12 is 18. We cannot control how others act or respond, but we can make the changes that need to be made on our part. Overcoming a temper is not accomplished overnight, but through prayer, Bible study, and reliance upon God's Holy Spirit. Ungodly anger can be overcome. We may have allowed anger to become entrenched in our lives by habitual practice, but we can also practice responding correctly until that too becomes a habit, and God is glorified in our response. That's it, Ray. Thanks for watching this video. May God bless you all. Have a wonderful day and stay safe. And if you like this video, don't forget to give a like and subscribe.